Oh, hello and welcome to a special reading vlog. It's a holiday weekend here in the US. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day weekend. There's a holiday in his honor on Monday, and it is the Thursday before that holiday. So just checking in real quick. But what I want to do, I'm going away for the weekend with my boyfriend, and I thought it would be fun. I actually just finished a book, and so I needed to pick another book, and I thought it would be fun to have my TBR game pick my next book. So I did this a little bit earlier this morning. The lighting is terrible in the morning, so I wanted to actually check in a little bit later when the lighting was slightly better. But I will put in a clip in just a moment of what happened this morning. So basically what I did was I just took 5 books that I'm super interested in that are on my physical TBR, that wouldn't require a hold for a library audiobook. Like I could instantly get the audiobook, either because I already had it on Audible or I knew it wasn't on Scribd. The wait would be forever on my library, and I would be willing to just use a credit on Audible to get the audiobook. Or maybe the audiobook isn't even available at my library or on Scribd, so I wouldn't really have any other way to get the audiobook. So anyway, I had a selection of books that I knew I would instantly be able to get the audiobook for, and just had a selection of those. And I chose 5 because there are 5 different colored squares on my TBR game. And so I'm repurposing the color of the squares, and there's a key at the bottom that just has the squares and their color in a line that describes what each color represents. And so since there are 5 squares, 5 colors, I just laid out 5 books in a line, and whatever color square I land on, so if I land on the color that represents the leftmost colored square on the key, then I would pick whatever book was on the left-hand side in the lineup of 5 books that I chose. If I landed on a color and that color on the key is on the right-hand side, then I chose the book in the lineup that is on the rightmost side. It'll make sense in the clip when I can actually kind of show you the layout of what I'm talking about if you haven't seen any of my TBR games from last year. But anyway, just repurposing the colors to correspond to a book, basically. And yeah, I just wanted to roll and see what the TBR game would have in store for me. So I'll go ahead and put that clip in now. Right, so we have the 5 books lined up here. We've got Ancillary Justice, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, Cruel Illusions, Senlin Ascends, and 6 of Crows. And these 5 are going to correspond in the same order as this key. So depending on what color I land on, they're laid out in the same order, and they'll tell me which book I'm going to read next. So here we go. Okay, we got a 15. So we'll move our little duck here. Oop. That was 15 right there. And it's a gray square. So we'll be doing the one on the very right, which is 6 of Crows. There we go. And this was really exciting. This one has been on my physical TBR for a while. So 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. The physical book is actually over there, and I'm crouched down by the couch. So there will be plenty of opportunities to see the physical cover again, even past that clip. But anyway, yeah. 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo has been on my TBR for quite a while. I have read the initial trilogy in this larger world, so this is the start of a new duology. This is a very popular series, so I'm probably not providing new information, but for those of you who might not be familiar with the series, this is a duology that is its own duology, but it is set within a larger world. And so if you want additional context in that world, there's a trilogy that happens before the trilogy actually happens before the events of the duology, or am I reversing that timeline? Anyway, so I'm excited. This one has been on my list for a long time, and I am still very excited to read it, which is why I kept it throughout multiple rounds of trying to unhaul books that I just felt like weren't high enough of a priority to really keep when I'm trying to dwindle down my physical TBR. So I've kept it through multiple rounds of getting, donating books. So I'm really excited to get to this. I also would love to watch the show, and I really wanted to listen to or read this duology before watching the show. And I think my boyfriend actually might want to watch the show with me as well. So I'm excited to get started, and then once I finish the duology, at some point I'll watch the show as well. That won't be part of this vlog, but I did think it would be fun to just have my TBR game pick what book I read over the weekend. So I've only read a couple of chapters. I read a couple of chapters towards the start of lunch when I was eating, and so I'm just doing a quick check-in before I need to get back to work. But yeah, I'm excited. Just a couple of chapters in, I'm enjoying it so far, even just the little flavor of the story that we're getting so far. I'll talk more about what's actually happening later, but I just wanted to go and do this intro clip, and then over the course of the weekend I will be listening to Six of Crows by Lady Bardugo, and it is a cast of characters. I think there's a narrator for each of the main characters, and it's a relatively big cast of characters that we're following, so should be a grand time. And hopefully I will be able to get some other clips of just random stuff that we're up to this weekend. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So this is the Airbnb we're staying in. How cute is this place? Little seating area, the kitchen, and there's a cute bathroom and the bedroom. Super cute, super cute. So good morning. So I filmed the first clip a couple of days ago and picked out this book and wanted to get started because I just needed to pick another book and go ahead and get started on it, but I knew this trip was coming up. So I picked Six of Crows and started reading it on Thursday. So it's been a few days. So Friday we worked a full day and then came here and basically just had dinner, crashed. And then yesterday we had a nice leisurely breakfast. We went to a winery. We went to the one bookshop that's in the town near us. I'm so sorry I didn't get any footage of that. It was pretty cute and a fun used bookstore, but I did not get any clips yesterday. And then we just got some coffee, went to have dinner, and came back and finished a season of the Great British Bake Off, which is always delightful. And then also finally watched the 30th anniversary celebration of Beauty and the Beast, which was super fun. But I didn't get any clips yesterday. I didn't do much reading yesterday either. I did do a little bit, but I am now about 175 pages into Six of Crows. I'm having a super fun time with it so far. And you're following, I'm sure quite a few of you know what this book is about, but you're following a cast of characters as they get into a heist situation, as they're hired for a heist. And just the world is so much fun. It definitely feels a little bit different in terms of just vibes than the original Gracia trilogy, but I'm really enjoying the world and just the vibes of the world. The cast of characters is super interesting and entertaining to follow. Pretty brutal world, but super interesting. And you're following these characters and introducing these characters, or being introduced to these characters, and kind of what, who they are, what kind of abilities they may or may not have, why they're in various circumstances that they're in their life, and why they were chosen for this heist. And there's some sort of chemical being produced that is affecting the ability or changing the abilities of certain Grecias in a dangerous way. And so they are being hired to get to the person who first created this substance. Anyway, I'm very intrigued. It's pretty action-packed, but the characters are still super cool to follow. So I'm having a grand time. I'm having a grand time with this one. I also did bring Gleanings by Neil Shusterman with me. So I've read a little bit more in that, but I'm talking about that for a separate vlog. So I'll deal with that one separately. But yeah, having a good time. Today we are hopefully going to be able to see some caves. So hopefully I can get some footage of that. Maybe check out some distilleries around here. So it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Anyway, we'll see what footage I may or may not get today. We'll see. So it is the next day. We are back from our Airbnb adventure. I meant to check in yesterday, but I did get some clips of the caves. So hopefully I was able to get those in. And yeah, we just hung out. We explored those caves, had some coffee, checked out a distillery that had just opened, went back to the Airbnb, caught up on some more Disney, including the Aladdin live action, because my boyfriend still had not seen that, which I wanted to correct. So yeah, just had a good time. And then this morning checked out of the Airbnb, and then yeah, had breakfast at a cafe, and there was one more distillery we wanted to check out on the way out. So I will see if I can put some pictures here. I did take some pictures of this one. The vibes of this place was really cool. This was Copper Fox Distillery. It was super cool. And yeah, so we made it back and have just been unpacking, getting ready for the week. I'm currently watching the Cowboys game, which is going really well for us, so very excited about that. But it is unfortunately the late game on this Monday night, which is never fun. I mean, I had a super restful weekend, and then I'm gonna need to get up super early to actually commute in tomorrow, so it's just gonna ruin all of the restful time that I had this weekend, and I'll just be really tired in the morning. But anyway, I haven't read much today, but I did get some more of Six of Crows read yesterday, so I'm more than halfway through, maybe closer to 2/3 even. And I might, with all of the commute time tomorrow, I might actually finish it. I always get quite a bit read on Tuesdays, just with the commute time, some time over lunch. If I can get some listen to during lunch, then it's usually a day I can listen to a good chunk of an audiobook. So I might finish it tomorrow, but it is still going really well. The middle part of it has slowed down just a little bit. There was some travel. I won't give more context than that, because I am pretty far in, or a decent way in, so I don't want to spoil too much, but I'll just say that some of the characters needed to travel throughout their heist mission that I was describing earlier. And so part of that was travel time, where we were getting to know some more backstory about some of the characters, how they relate, or their history, either with each other, if they had known each other in the past, or getting to know some other things about their life and some other characters, or some other people who have been important in their lives. But I've still enjoyed all of that, so that's not a complaint. I certainly can enjoy and appreciate some slower moments to get to know some of these characters a bit more and get some of that background and context for their motivations. So not a complaint, just that's a little bit of this middle portion as we're traveling and preparing for some of the action that's about to be coming. So they are. So I think some of the action is about to be picking up, but I won't say more than that. But I will see how much I can get listened to tomorrow and see if I end up finishing it or not. And if I do, I will be sure to check in and let you know how that last portion went. But yeah, for now it is late, so I'm gonna finish watching this game and then just head to bed and see how much sleep I can get tonight. So I'm doing a bunch of filming and editing today and realized I needed to actually do one quick final wrap up clip for this vlog, but I hope you enjoyed. I really did end up loving Six of Crows. I did finish it, I think the next day after the most recent clip that I filmed. I did finish it that next day and absolutely adored it. I'm super intrigued by the end and I'm excited to continue with Crooked Kingdom. It was just such an enthralling story. I was completely sucked in by this cast of characters, completely sucked in by the plot, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. Like, I really want to continue it very soon because I just had such a great time with this one. So, I mean, obviously I'm not the first to be recommending this series or say that it's super fun. This is a beloved book on BookTube, so I am very late to joining the chorus, but absolutely loved it. And I hope you enjoyed the random collection of clips from this weekend. I definitely did not do a good job of properly vlogging or getting a full set of clips from everything that we did, and I even went into a bookstore without filming clips. So anyway, it is a random collection of clips, but I hope it was somewhat entertaining. Mostly I just wanted to make sure that I was still using my TBR board to randomly pick some reads, and I hope that was a fun way to choose my book, and I really hope to do more vlogs like this in the future where my TBR game plays a role in me choosing what book I read. Or who knows, maybe I will do some TBRs in the future where I actually do a set of books and play the full game and kind of read those books within a certain time frame. We'll see, but I at least wanted to bring the TBR game back out and use it in a different way to kind of show what I mean. Maybe I won't do full TBRs, but I still want to use the game. So hopefully that was a fun example of what I meant by that, and I hope you enjoyed. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more bookish content. I will link my Instagram down below, as well as more information about how you can support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.